Welcome back to Steve's Project Car Garage. My name is Steve, and all sitting behind me is my 1969 Tram Spitfire tanker. So if you've been following this series, you're probably up to speed on where we're at. And last couple of episodes I've been preparing to get this Heelboard removed. So tonight my plan is to actually go ahead and start chipping away at it a little bit. I've actually already done a little bit of preemptive work to kind of figure out what my plan is going to be. And I started drilling out a couple of the spot welds. So it doesn't look like it's going to be terrible. I don't know. I said that in the last video and you saw how that went. So what my plan for tonight though is I'm going to actually cut out some of this floor. I have a big section of floor on the driver's side that I'm going to go ahead and remove. And then once I've got that removed, that's going to give me a little bit better access to be able to climb in between the bracing that I got here. And I can start peeling away at that Heelboard. So let's dive in. So I figure I'd show you guys what I've done so far tonight. So I just grabbed a drill bit and I drilled little pilot holes into where I can see all the spot welds here. And then I got my spot weld cutter and I just started kind of going through them. So far it's pretty easy. The metal on the back though is pretty thin. So I did blow through it in a couple of places, but I'm not overly worried about that because it's pretty easy for me to go ahead and maybe just build up the flange a little bit on the other side once I get to that stage. But what I'm going to do tonight though is I'm going to keep doing that, keep cutting this away, but I'm also going to cut the floors out. My original plan was to cut along the seam from the last floor replacement, but seeing as how I'm not ready to even get close to fitting floor pans, I'm probably just going to go ahead and cut down here just to give myself access and just to kind of cut this whole pan out and get it out of here. So that's what we're going to get started with, and maybe we'll be able to get this part of the Heelboard removed tonight. We'll see. Let's get started. Well, as you can see, that was a lot of fun. Didn't take too long. That was like 20 minutes maybe, and 3 grinder discs just to be able to cut this out. Like I said, I was very conservative on my cuts. I didn't really want to go too deep and too far because I don't have the visibility, so I can't see where things are. And I know that as long as I kept it to the well, I was going to avoid any frame components, and that'd be fine. Interestingly, I got close here on the edge, and it looks like someone used a bunch of fiberglass at one point or another. Got to one point where it was just like really hard to cut through, and now that I'm looking at it, there's like a white strip that kind of goes through 2 pieces of metal. So again, more of the history of the car. Interesting. All right, so I stand corrected. I thought that this was fiberglass or something. It's not. This is actually a thick piece of steel. This was definitely way thicker than anything would ever be on this car. I'm pretty sure that this steel is even thicker than what's in the frame. And this is sandwiched between the new floor pan, well, the new old floor pan, and the old floor pan, which is down here. So I'm guessing that's probably the same gauge steel that they used right in here to put this reinforcement in. What a mess. The way that this is built is this is the Heelboard section. The Heelboard comes down and through here. And behind there's like a C channel. In fact, I'll show you. This here, I know you really can't see it too well, but this here is the other half of that C channel, and it kind of goes like this, and then it butts up against the Heelboard. So like this here is actually the inside of the Heelboard. So as you can see, like I said earlier, I went ahead and I popped out a bunch of those spot welds already. That process seems to work all right. It's just a matter of locating them. I think that honestly, once I get the top section done, I'm venturing to guess that I'm not going to find there's anything connecting the rest of that Heelboard in. So I might even be able to just pop this off without even removing anything down below. I don't know though. That's going to be interesting. I may not. So let's get cracking. All right. So what I think I'm going to try to do here, and I completely could be wrong, but I sort of want to start by working over here to at least separate this piece. And it looks like there's a bunch of spot welds that hold this all together. So I'm going to try to locate them and drill them out. These ones are a little more hidden than what was over here. But I think if I can either cut this out or just remove these spot welds, I should be able to get in there all right. I don't know. Just thinking about it, the more I look at it, part of me wants to just nick this right off, just cut right along here and call it a day, and then grind off this bit. But I think I'm going to try to do it by removing the spot welds first, and we'll see what happens. everyone, that's going to do it for tonight's episode. I do thank you for tuning in and subscribing. I was able to go ahead and at least get part of the job done over here. I wasn't able to get the Heelboard out yet again, so I appreciate your patience on this, but I'm one step closer. So now at this point, I've got the inner sill strengthener removed, at least from this side, and I can actually see what's going on with the lower B-post. I was originally not going to go ahead and put in a patch panel there. I was going to try to just make my own, but they do sell those on Rimmers for like 25 bucks a piece. I think I'm just going to buy them because honestly, this piece over here has got more work that I think I'm going to bother trying to do myself. So I may as well just buy the patch panel and just slap that in there and be done with it. So as far as the Heelboard goes, though, I was able to go ahead and make good progress, at least getting it separated from the B-post, which is great. So now the rest of it's going to be just more removing of the spot welds. So that's going to be the next bit. Tonight's actually Friday night for me. I normally come out on Saturday nights, but you know what? It's beautiful here in Florida right now. Last week it was super hot in the garage, and this week it wasn't that bad, and it's like 55 degrees outside right now, so go figure. So I figured I'd make hay while the sun shines. So with that, I do appreciate you guys subscribing. I hit over the 200 subscriber mark on this last video, so I'm so stoked, and thank you to all the new subscribers. If this is the kind of content that you do like to watch, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and make sure you get those post notifications. Until next time, hope y'all have a great night. Cheers.
Thank you.